Nowadays, everyone and their grandmother is taking peptides. And if you're not, you know someone that is. But what are the side effects of taking these things? In today's video, that's what we're gonna dive into. If you're new here, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button.
I just left the doctor's office. I went to get a checkup because I've been off of Ozempic for 2 months now, and I just wanted to see if my body was in better condition, if there were any permanent damages. Kind of in shock right now because I wasn't expecting this.
Meanwhile,
breaking news, a $2 billion lawsuit was just filed against Zepbound, Mounjaro, Wegovy, Ozempic, all the big brand name players in the GLP-1 space for withholding serious side effects that are hurting the general public and doing so in the name of profits.
The most profitable thing since the war on terror.
That's the thing, man. And if you're gonna take these Chinese chemicals, you need to make sure you're doing your research. The thing about steroids, the thing about these gears and all that, you can actually track it in history and see the effects on it. But these new Chinese stuff, you don't know the side effects. And if you're not doing your research, at least knowing other people doing it and side effects and all that, you're going to put yourself in some big trouble.
Are there any side effects to the medicine?
Oh my God. I have to. We'll keep it real. Let's talk about the side effects, y'all. So they tell you when you start getting the shots that you can have like nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, all of that. What they don't tell you is that she can give you sulfur burps.
Day 322, burped so loud she woke herself up.
The sulfur burps, man. Ugh. Now, this video is in no way to shame anybody that's using these GLP-1s because they get used for, a whole bunch of reasons. It's just spreading awareness to exactly what these GLP-1s are and what they can do to your body. The GLP-1s work by totally slowing down your whole digestive system.
If you're taking a GLP-1, do not reach out to me for coaching. Let me explain to you what your doctor's not telling you, probably because he himself doesn't even know. He's just trying to line his pockets. When you take a GLP-1, what it does is slow down your digestion. Why do you guys think, oh my God, it turns off the food noise? Why do you think it turns off your food noise? When you take a GLP-1, it slows down your digestion. So all of the food that you eat, instead of digesting, metabolizing through your system quickly and exiting, it is staying in your stomach longer and longer. It just slows it down. So your body keeps thinking, we're full, we're full, we're full. There's food, there's food, there's food. That's why you guys are having no food noise and you're not eating. Now, the insane part about all of this is the quicker your metabolism is, the more weight you keep off your body. So listen to me when I tell you a fast metabolism keeps you lean, and GLP-1 is purposely slowing down your metabolism. So this is why I don't want people on GLP-1 in my program. I'm seeing a reoccurring theme where people are applying for coaching and putting in my coaching application, I'm on a GLP-1 and I want to come off of it. Here's the thing, you've already done the damage. People who have been on the GLP-1 for 6 to 12 months, they've done internal damage. Now they want to come off, right? They did the instant gratification to get the weight off. They think to themselves, I know you women, I'm going to do this really quick. I'm going to do it just for a handful of months to get the weight off. And then I'm going to maintain it. I'm going to keep the weight off. I'll eat healthy after. I'll get it off really quickly and then I'll do the things to keep it off. That's not how this works. You guys are causing internal damage. You guys are slowing down your metabolism and then you want to come off of it. And then you want to work with a coach whose only job is to speed up your metabolism. But guess what? Your metabolism has been altered and it is super duper duper slow. It's not burning fat for fuel. So then what happens? You come into my program. I've already seen it 3 times, which is why I said no more. You guys come into my program eating 800 calories a day because you had no food noise. You were on GLP-1, okay? You have no food noise. Now you come in and I'm like, well, shit, she's definitely nutrient deficient. She's not getting what she needs. I have to increase her calories. And even though I only take you from 800 to 1,000 calories, just a small little stepping stone, and I start increasing your protein, guess what happens? You start gaining weight. And then you start freaking out because, oh my God, you can't gain a pound when you lost it incorrectly, and now you're mad when we're trying to fix the problem. So no, people who are on GLP-1, please don't apply for my coaching. It's nothing against you. I love you guys. Your doctors aren't even telling you any of this. So a lot of you are hearing this and going,
that's actually crazy. So you're damaging yourself from internally. Like now when you're actually trying to do things the right way, your body's all messed up. You messed up the default settings. So yeah, you're kind of cooked unless you just continue to keep using those GLP-1s. I mean, once you start it, you might as well commit to it. Just like if you're taking gear. Once you get on it, you commit to it. It's no, oh, I'm going to try to get on it and get off. Nah. You're going to have to stay on it, buddy, because you're messing up your internal default settings. So those people trying to get into the coaching stuff, not the coaching stuff, but if you're trying to get coaching, yeah, continue to do the JLP, but understand that you messed up your what do you call it, your default settings. Just understand that.
This and going, wait, what? Because you don't know. And because I happen to be GLP-1's #1 hater, I have no issue telling this to you guys. If you guys have the mentality that I'll get on the shot, I'll get the weight off and then I'll keep it off the healthy way. You guys have not changed your habits. You guys have not learned sustainable lifestyle habits to keep the weight off, and you guys have slowed down and altered your metabolism. So you see there's a problem here. Like I said, no shade to anybody who's on a GLP-1, but if you've already been on it for 6 months to a year and you've altered your metabolism, coming to a coach, it's a nightmare for both of us.
Yep.
Hey, love you guys. Bye.
She said a whole lot, but what she basically said is by taking these injections month after month, after a while, it totally changes your biology.
Peptides
Facts.
are up your biology. Would you inject insulin if you weren't diabetic? No, because you know exactly what happens. Your blood sugar crashes, your brain runs out of fuel, seizures, coma, death. It's not a maybe, it's a cascade. So why are people injecting peptides like it's the next wellness trend? Peptides are signaling molecules. And when you send a signal, your body responds. All of it, not just the tissue you're targeting. You're talking about hormone release, immune modulation, collagen synthesis, neurological function, all firing at the same time from one injection in a body that didn't even ask for the signal in the first place. And no peptide signal operates in isolation. You push one pathway, you're pushing hundreds, maybe thousands. In a system whose full complexity nobody, not your med spa, not your biohacker, not your researcher, fully understands yet.
And what I'm going to say is, do people really need peptides? Let's be honest. Do you really need peptides? Are we just at that point where everyone's too lazy to just go to the gym, get a gym membership? Go for a walk. Go walk at the park. Are we just past all that? Like, can we not just do that anymore? Bro, these peptides, like, let's say, bro, like, you're putting your life in such danger. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather you get on tests or something like that. Like, if you're a dude, get on testosterone. If you're a woman, well, I can't give you any advice. I don't know what to do if I was a woman because I'm not a woman. But go to the gym, go walk, go do something. Are we at the point where people just got to take these pills and got to inject themselves? Come on. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. You're just taking the easy way out. And that's putting a lot of people in these crazy scenarios where they try to lose weight the normal way. They can't even do it no more. It's crazy.
And there is no large-scale human clinical trial data. None. Listen, your body already makes peptides in the right amounts, at the right time, for the right reason. Your job is not to replace that with a syringe. Your job is to create the conditions for your body to do it on its own.
Like I said, I'm just here to spread awareness. I just want people to know what they're dealing with if this is the decision that they choose to make, man. Because it has gone way beyond just sulfur burps and diarrhea. We have all seen Ozempic face. We all seen it.
Wow. Yeah, that's a fact. That's how their face look, bro. It gets all like, their face get all alien-y. They start to become aliens. Jesus.
Yo, man, these GLP-1s are a private part assassin, man. You ain't gonna have a butt. You ain't gonna have nothing left messing with these GLP-1s, man. Be careful out there for the women, Now, just for the sake of health and for education, I'm going to discuss what it does to the men. We're going to discuss what it does to the men. And fellas, don't nobody out there get any unhealthy ideas. Just take the information and move on with it. Nobody use this information out there, please.
Ozempic penis. Hold on. Right in the balls. No. You take these GLP-1s, you lose so much weight, your suprapubic fat goes down, your medial inner thigh fat goes down, all of the fat around your junk goes down, your penis is much bigger. There's much more junk in the trunk, as opposed to the negative side effects of Ozempic face, Ozempic body, Ozempic vulva. Ozempic penis, baby.
There's the ad.
There's the ad for guys to get on.
Collab with Extends.
Yes.
Fellas, don't nobody out there get no crazy ideas, man. All it would take right now is for Ozempic to do a collab with Honey Pack, and half the country would be walking around 130 pounds, man. It'd be 6-7 dudes walking around 130 pounds, man. Fellas, don't get no crazy ideas. But you know what it does to your outward appearance, we can all see, except for with your privates. That's something new we just learned now. but it's a whole bunch of side effects that are unseen that we are just figuring out right now.
You thought Ozempic face was bad? That was just a distraction. Wait till you hear this. A massive study with 16 million users found that these people were 9 times more likely to get pancreatitis. I've taken care of many people with pancreatitis. It is painful, expensive, and it really sucks. That is not just a common little side effect. They also had a 4 times greater risk of bowel obstruction and 3.5 times risk of stomach paralysis. What you're hearing on the news about this is too little, too late. But somehow the conversation keeps getting reduced to celebrity before and after pictures and their saggy skin. Why is that? Because if people in the media started asking harder questions, like what happens when you chemically force the body to stop eating so much by slowing digestion? It's because these conversations get really uncomfortable really fast. But here's the part that should really make you stop scrolling. While the public and the media were celebrating this miracle breakthrough, major financial institutions are projecting this category to just explode. I'm talking a 10x explosion here. From $5 billion in 2020 to $50 billion in 2030. Read that again. Tens of billions of dollars, and for who exactly? This isn't just a health trend, this is an economic gold rush. So ask yourself this: if the money behind these drugs is potentially that massive, do you really think the media is going to investigate any little side effect? You think they'll really look at any long-term side effect or every person experiencing problems? Or keep cashing in and keep selling the dream? I'm not saying this can't help people, it absolutely can help people. But pretending there's no major side effects while profits skyrocket into the billions, that's just insane. You want to know?
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on, like, don't you want to eat? Like, you can eat your food and just track your food if that's the issue. Like, you feel like you're eating too much, just track your food or make healthier food choices. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to, well, I'm going to take this thing that's going to allow me to only eat once a day so I don't get hungry. You can't control yourself that much. We came to the point where self-control is so weak that you have to take a pill or you have to inject yourself to make sure you don't eat. Come on. I mean, maybe very few people need it. Like the people on 600 life, whatever you call it, 600-pound life, shit like that. Maybe they need the Ozempics. I understand that. But you're telling me you're walking around as a 200-pound man and you're just so lazy. You're so freaking whatever the hell you are with yourself. You don't care about yourself to the point where you rather inject something into you than just learn self-control. Come on. This needs to be fixed, dude.
Want to know the craziest part? Almost nobody is talking about why people are struggling with these problems in the first place. Struggling with food noise and cravings and obesity and type 2 diabetes. Why you have insulin resistance and metabolic dysfunction. Now that should be the real conversation. It's because fixing the root cause is far less profitable than just managing the symptoms, and realizing that should bother you.
So now that time has passed a little bit, we're starting to see pancreas problems with people after prolonged use. These drugs nowadays are wild, and I'm going to tell you at the end of this video an observation that I made that's going to show you exactly why I think these drugs are so dangerous, and you probably agree with me. It's an observation that you probably didn't make, but there you go. There go a handful more of complications that you can get from messing with these GLP-1s.
Wait! There's more!
So, I want to share something different. This isn't about mindset. I actually want to share my experience with peptides. So basically, I started taking GHKCU, which is the copper peptide. Obviously take it at my own risk. After about 2 months, I noticed my cycle was a bit different. It was getting shorter. And then I went to Japan for a holiday. And when I was flying home from Japan, I got my period early. I'm on the flight, and basically my period pain is so bad. I got up to go to the bathroom, and I blacked out. I literally blacked out. The pain was so bad. It was shooting down my legs and up my stomach. A few weeks later, same thing happened again. I was curled over in my bed for a couple of hours. I could not move. I was in the same amount of pain. I went to my doctor. I got some scans done. And with the ultrasound results, I was diagnosed with ovarian cysts. And in my left ovary, I had some endometriosis, which I've never had in my life.
What the
I
hell?
have always been a very regular period girl. I've never had any issues with my cycles. My cycle has always been very healthy. So this was very different for me. Mind you, I'd also had a scan done the year prior, and in that scan I had no endometriosis, no cysts, nothing. So I know 12 months ago I didn't have any issues, and I also never have in my life. So I started to do my own research, and I thought, what have I changed in order to cause this? And the only thing I had done was take the GHKCU peptide. I just researched, can higher levels of copper in the body affect my cycle. It said higher levels of copper in the body affect the liver from detoxifying estrogen, and estrogen is what endometriosis is made up of. It's higher levels of estrogen in the ovaries, which builds up that tissue of endometriosis. That proved to me that me taking the GHKCU had affected my liver from detoxifying estrogen, which therefore caused the endometriosis and possibly the cysts. So I guess I'm just posting this to say, if you've ever had endo, if you've ever had any cycle issues, I just think people need to do their research. Again, take this as you will. Maybe if you've had a similar experience, comment below. I think people do need to share these stories. If you can avoid doing that to yourself, you absolutely should. I'm not going to take it again.
Sheesh, look at this. Look. Taking this peptide, Chinese peptide, is literally messing up your body's supposed to, if you're a woman, your body's supposed to have periods. Your body's supposed to do these things. But taking these things, these drugs, and not understanding the side effects of them are literally hurting your biological normal factors. And imagine how bad that could be in the future. If you're someone that wants to have kids in the future, you probably can't because you took in these drugs that ruined your insides. Like I said, make sure you do your research before you try any of these things. I'm not an advocate for it. I don't take any peptides. Make sure you're going to do your research if you ever really want to do this, because a lot of people are doing these nowadays, as you can see.
Obviously.
I'm no OBGYN. I just allow people to tell their stories. And I would just imagine to myself that that's a side effect that they really wouldn't want to be advertising to the general public like that.
Yep.
So like I said, if you are on these medications or you're thinking about taking these medications, this is just something for you to think about. But the side effect list goes on. The side effects don't just stop there. Some side effects you can have for life.
I just left the doctor's office. I went to get a checkup because I've been off of Ozempic for 2 months now, and I just wanted to see if my body was in better condition, if there were any permanent damages. Kind of in shock right now because I wasn't expecting this, but I guess Ozempic can cause bone density loss, and I didn't think that that would happen to me because I was only on it for a year. But I have significant bone loss. I have osteoporosis and osteopenia, so that I don't know, there's like several of them that I have. I wasn't expecting that, but that's what happens if you use Ozempic for weight loss and you lose too much weight.
Remember earlier in the video where the lady says it changes your biology?
Peptides are up your biology.
You know, it sounded like it was, over the top to catch attention for social media. But no, this stuff actually changes your biology. You have to be careful. The lady has osteoporosis now, which is basically brittle bone disease. The stuff ate away at her bones in only a year. In only a year, it did this to her. So like I said, be careful out there because it's easy. It's easy to come across this stuff nowadays. It's easy to be prescribed it, and it's easy to get your hands on this stuff.
Exactly, and the TikTok trends are making it seem super cool. Like, you see all the kids doing it, you see all the older people doing it, the celebrities doing it. You're like, yo, let me hop on it, because it sounds good, it feels good. They're advertising the hell out of it, but you don't see the thing is you don't see the side effects. You don't see the people who took it and something bad happened to them. You don't see none of that. And that's why I'm making this video right now, so people can actually see the danger of peptides. It's not all glitz and glamour. You know what I'm saying?
Right now, this is the new dope on the street.
This is what happened when I took it. I took it like over a year ago. Like, this was like a year and a half ago. Okay, so you can literally go into like a med spa and be like, hey, I want some. And they're like, okay. Like, they don't give a damn out in California. Okay, they don't do a... So... I knew a few people that were on it, and I was like scared, and they were like, no. You could take a really low dosage, and all it does is suppresses your hunger a little bit. That's what they said. They were like, all it does is suppresses your hunger a little bit. And that's my problem, is that I'm too hungry. So I said, okay, well, that don't sound too bad. I said, so I just eat 3 normal meals a day instead of eating 20 snake meals a day, like a snake, how they eat.
And one thing I realized, because as you can see, I'm a person that goes to the gym. I train a lot. I've done coaching as well. what I'm gonna say is people think they're hungry. In reality, you're not. You're just craving. You know what I'm saying? You're probably snacking all day, eating a little bit of this, a little bit of that, not eating much protein. And you think you're hungry. It's not. No, you're not hungry. You're just not eating enough. You know what I'm saying? If you woke up and ate breakfast, steak, and whatever, baking or whatever, I promise you wouldn't be hungry an hour later. It's just people aren't eating enough. They wake up, maybe eat a toast of bread, later they eat some Pop-Tarts, and they go like, oh, I'm just hungry. No, you're just not eating. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing as well. Something that can help some of you guys out. If you think I can't just stop eating, prioritize protein in your meals. And I guarantee you, you'll eat less.
Like 20 mice at one time. Like, that's me, bitch. So I was like, okay, maybe that'll be nice. They inject the friggin' shot into me, right? They inject the shot into me, a very low dosage, by the way. I go home, I'm like, okay, cool. I wake up the next day. Bitch, you would have thought I had a stomach bug. My stomach hurt so bad. I was shitting, my stomach was in knots. I was so nauseous. I was so effing nauseous, okay? And I could not even eat cracker. Oh God, that was the worst week of my life. That was the worst week of my life. A lot of y'all weren't even here for that. Oh my God, I did one injection of it, and then I had the worst week ever.
And yeah, last thing I'll say about this is, you don't even know if you're allergic to any of these things. Do you know what's in these peptides? You probably don't even know. So you're taking something, you don't know if you're allergic to it or not, something in it that's not good for your body. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone's physiology is different. Maybe there's something in it that's not good for your body. Your body responds differently to it. So guys, please let me know what you think about this down in the comments. I advise if you're going to take peptides, please do heavy research. And I don't know, man. I wouldn't advise it at all, because these side effects and not knowing the long-term cause of these things, I'm not a fan of it. But guys, please let me know what you think down below. I'll catch you guys in the next video.